Hey everyone, it's PT checking in about midweek. Following up with you on the message from last Sunday, there's so many different things that came out of Sunday's word, Sunday's message. And there's only one thing I want to remind you of and just kind of prick your heart for this week. And it has to do with the character to uphold your calling. This is not a super spiritual ministry focused thing. We all have aspirations. We all have ways in which we know that Spirit, God is calling us to do a thing, whether it be in our home, whether it be in our community, our jobs, careers, within ministry, community service. And we recognize that in order to do that thing, those things, that there's a certain level of preparation that we have to embark upon. There's a certain time period that we need to heal. There's a certain knowledge base that we need to gain. And there's a lot of character work that we need to do. One of the major points of Sunday's message, if you weren't here live or if you didn't live stream it, please go to live stream and check it out. livestream.com/TheWayColumbia. And get that message, because one of the major themes that came out of it was Jonah's lack of character that caused him to defy God from a very judgmental place, believing that the people that he was sent to minister mercy to and to preach restoration to were not worthy, just did not deserve God's mercy. And so he refused to go. And that's how he ended up in the storm and in the fish and all this good stuff. And one of the major points made on Sunday was that in chapter 4 of Jonah, he never changed his heart. He never did. And so we learn that you can go through the motions. You can absolutely do the task. You can complete the mission, but not do the work, not allow the mission to change your heart. And so I'm actually right now just reminding you of the heart work that goes into becoming, because we're all becoming. We're all on a journey. We're all going someplace, and we know that there are a lot of things that we have to undo, a lot of life, what I want to call it, life circumstances that have caused us to have certain feelings toward different groups of people, about certain situations, different demographics, and those who have wronged us and that caused us to have unforgiving hearts, and get to the point of feeling as though we don't have to forgive because the person deserves whatever comes to them. We like to hide behind the use of karma and sowing and reaping, and they're going to get what they deserve. But we're called as people of God, as people of love, as people of light. We are called to minister mercy everywhere we go. And when you're called to reach out to someone that you otherwise would believe that they belong in the situation that they've created for themselves, or that life is created for them, or whatever particular group that they belong to, that's their fate. That's when you are called to show great character and great integrity in reaching out to someone and letting them know that where they are and what they've done will not bar them from the promise on their life too, as well as ours. So I just want to challenge you today, and I want to encourage you to do what you've been called to do, but do so prepared. Do the work. If you are called, you're seeking love, and you're seeking family, and you're seeking companionship, you're seeking friendships, but you haven't healed from the last time you've been burned or hurt, then you've got to increase the capacity that you have to love and not just receive love. And you got to be honest with yourself that you haven't quite yet healed. You have to be honest with yourself and do the work to build up self, so that it's not a one-sided agreement or arrangement or relationship when you finally get that it is dual, that is mutual, that you have something to give as well as receive. In your workplace, you can't expect promotions and advancement if you haven't done the work. Your work ethic isn't there. Your commitment to continual growth, if you're not willing to go the extra mile when necessary, then you can find yourself going through the motions. And when your character is called on to do whatever the right thing is in the moment, you simply don't have it. And your employer, your corporation, your organization won't be able to depend on you because you just went through the motions and everything was empty. So I encourage you to do the heart work. It is hard work to do heart work, but allow change to happen so that you're not forcing anything. You're not faking it until you make it. You're there. You're there. Okay? So we're going to let go of excuses this week. We're going to let Jonah be our example of someone who never changed his heart. He ended up doing the work after he ran, but he never changed his heart. That's not who we want to be. That's not who we want to be. We want to be free. We don't want to have judgment and animosity and unforgiveness blocking our own blessings or keeping anybody else from their redemption. So I challenge you to begin to search yourself, places you haven't healed, work you need to do, ways you need to open your mind to be able to do what you're called to do. All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. For those of you who attend the way, those of you who are still looking for a place to call your spiritual home, those who are away from the Columbia area, but you want to tune in, just go to livestream.com/thewaycolumbia or visit our website at www.thewaywc.org. This is Tiffany Adams, Senior Pastor of The Way, saying have a wonderful rest of your week.